Hi there, this is Dr. Rob Sivis, the Carb Addiction Doc, back again with another podcast. Today we're going to have a little bit of fun. Maybe not so much, but we're going to talk about going sideways.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Sideways Soul. Here on Radio PVS, beaming into the Yacht Rock Discord live on Winger Vision today for an episode of Discogs Roulette, where we throw caution to the wind and hope that we don't listen to bullshit tunes all morning long. Because anything could happen. Thanks to the Discord piece for popping on by. I know it's still pretty early, I think, out there in Discord land. Just with the clocks changing and the PVS schedule, got to sort of bump my show up early in the Eastern time zone over there. But thanks for popping by anyway. So, and if you don't know, if you're in the voice chat there, you can click on my name, Wingnoid, with the live button beside it. And there's a little button there, I think, that says watch now or something similar, and then you can tune into the visuals as well as the audio. And today's going to be another episode of Discogs Roulette, as I mentioned. Basically, what happens here is I've got all of my CDs and records and things in Discogs as part of my collection. And the good thing about the Discogs website is that if you go and look at your collection, there's a button that says random item, and it'll choose a random item from your collection, and what we're going to do is go and try and find that, which is most of the hard work, and then play a song from that album. And it's just a good way of, finding kind of new things. I enjoy finding things that I haven't listened to for a long time that gives me something to dig into over the course of the next week. It's pretty cool. And that's basically how we do things. Like I said, we've got Winger Vision happening in the Discord as well, so we've got a little camera set up so you can sort of see the shenanigans that goes on, and we can also tune in and see the actual rolling of the dice up on the screen there, so that we can all partake in the fun and frivolity, hey? So once again, if you just joined in the chat there, you can click on the name Wingnoid and it's got a watch now thing, and you can tune into the visuals for whatever that's worth, just looking at my slowly receding hairline for most of the time. But why not? Hey, we like to have fun. So I guess we've got to dial up our first tune, don't we now? So let's have a look and see what we've got. We've got the screen up there now. Sorry, I'm trying to juggle this stuff. And click that random item button. Let's see what's going to be first up. Oh, we've got An Evening with Barry White. That's an old compilation from, what was it, Eagle Records, it says. That was put out by Shock Records in Australia. It's where I used to work. So that's where I've got a lot of the stuff up there, is from my time at that record label. So Barry White is going to be the first track. Is anyone in the Discord want to pick a track from that in particular? Happy to go with it. We'll see how we go. But what we need to do first is have a song while I go and find that thing, which I'm hoping I can, because this is not going to be in a very obvious spot, I don't think. But to do that, we're going to have a track playing in the background. So we'll go with the Seafaring Strangers record up the back there. That's what we left off with last night on the northwest coast. So we'll use that as our filler to get into some Barry White, and I think it's a good way to do it. Mike Miglio is the track we're going to do off this, Never Gonna Let You Go, while I run off and find myself some Barry White. In the meantime, peeps, enjoy.
Baby, you see, you're so right for me, and I'm right for you. I love the things you do, like sweet tasting wine. Your lips are so divine. Your loving turns me on. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go. Baby, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go. 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 Baby, you see, I cannot set you free. You're like my lucky star, no matter where you are. Like sweet tasting wine, your lips are so divine. Your loving turns me on. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go. Baby, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go. Baby, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go.
Did that just stop? Oh, god damn. Not quick enough, Matty B. Come on, pick it up, pick it up. I was just reading a bit of the liner notes from the Barry White thing here. It's an album recorded in, the 9th of the 9th, 1999 at Arrowhead Pond in Southern California. So it's going to be pretty fun. Never Gonna Give You Up. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with. It's the classic Barry White, quintessential, right? I think that's how we'll do it. So we'll have Barry White next, but first we've got to dial up another thing here. All right, back to the Discogs page, and we've got our random item button. Let's see what we're going with. Right now we've got some Breakbot. This is a good little EP he put out. So it was, yeah, I don't know. I had someone offer me like a lot of money on Discogs for this, just for the CD EP. Like you can see down here, it's sold for $50 Australian just for an EP. I don't know. Maybe there's some hardcore Breakbot fans out there. But that's what we're going to go and hunt down next, the Happy Rabbit EP, and we'll find a track from that. But in the meantime, we've got our good friend Barry coming to you live from Southern California in 1999. Sticking this, you're on Your Rock Discord, it's Radio PBS, Sideways Soul, some Discogs Roulette, y'all.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the farm. Whatever, I'm gonna do it forever and ever, yeah. I'll see you through it, yeah, baby. way I can. Wanna give you all of me as much as you can say. Make love to you, that's all I wanna do. I know you need it, girl, and you know I need it too. Well, I found what the world is searching for. Yeah, I don't have to look no more. All my days I've hoped and prayed for someone like you to make me feel the way you do. Never gonna give you up, never gonna stop. Not the way I feel about you. I can't live without you. I'm gonna stay here with you. Do what you want me to, whatever you want. Girl, you got, that's right, baby. Whatever you need. I don't wanna see you without it. You're giving me much more than words could ever say. And oh my dear, I'll stay right here till my dying day. I don't know how to say all the things I feel. I know I love you so, and it gives me such a thrill. I found what the world is searching for. Yeah, I don't have to look no more. And all my days I've hoped and prayed for someone like you to make me feel the way you do. Never gonna give you up. No, babe, not the way I feel about you, girl. Couldn't live without you in my world. No, son. I'm gonna stay here with you and do what you want me to, and never, never, not the way I feel about you. I can't live without you. No, baby. I'm gonna stay here with you. Do what you want me to forever. Yes, and forever. Forever. Ever and ever. Oh, forever and ever. And ever and ever. And ever and ever. Gonna give you up. Gonna stop. Not the way I feel about you, girl. Couldn't live without you in my world. No, sir. I'm gonna stay here with you and do all you want me to forever and ever. Oh.
Good on you, Barry. Barry White, Never Gonna Give You Up. Life, 1999. In his later years. Good on you, Barry. Doing good stuff, man. So next up in the mix, we've got this Breakbot CD here. I know Breakbot, I think he got himself on the boat, actually. There's a track that he did. I can't remember the name of it now. I think it was Rated back in the Beyond Yacht Rock days of yore. And he does some pretty good stuff. I picked the first track off this one, Happy Rabbit, the title track. It's got to be the sort of Wall of Sound, Spectre kind of sample intro. It sounds pretty cool to me. I dig it. So we're going to go with that one. But next, we've got to find a next track for ourselves here on our little Yacht Rock Discord. Discogs Roulette little session. So we'll hit that random item button and we've got a bit of... Whoa, all right. So I forgot to mention too, one of the other sub-rules that we've got is the fact that I've got a bunch of like drum and bass and dubstep 12 inches down in this little spot here. And a lot of them are like white label promos and they might not have titles written on them and they're just really hard to find. So, and also I don't think anyone wants to really join a drum and bass dance party all night long. So generally we'll take one of those. If we spin up another one of these hard to find things, maybe we'll do a re-roll and see how we go. But this track, Banger and Cokie Night, is what it is for the audio listeners, sorry. It's a great dubstep track, one of the sort of not early dubstep tracks, but I don't know, one of the ones I think that helped it into the mainstream a little bit. And we're not on a Skrillex tip. It's totally different kind of vibe, much more down tempo and where the genre kind of started, where I sort of learnt it from and where I loved it. But that's coming up soon. We're going to go and find that somehow. What am I doing with this thing, man? You ever try to do this shit live? I haven't. Not too well. Where are we, Matt? Here we go. Breakbot. Happening. Happy Rabbit. Leave you in it. Breakbot with some funky business. I dig that one. Taking a bit of that, I don't know, the Motown-y, the wall of sound kind of thing, putting a bit of a banger on it. Dig it. So we've got a little bit of Banger and Koki. It's, some early kind of dubstep, 2007. It's a great release. It's really cool. It could well be that the bass freaks out a little bit, but if you've got a bit of bass, you've got headphones, it's a pretty cool track. It's pretty low key. I do dig it. Okay, time to dial up another one. Let's do this. Look at our random item button for the next track that we're going to hear, and what's it going to be? Oh, okay, a little bit of Ike and Tina Turner, live, raw, and funky. That's a pretty good one. It's got some good tracks there. Maybe we can chop that out. We'll pop it in the Discord, and if anyone wants to have a little bit of a pick on what track we could possibly do from that one, that'll be cool. That'll be good fun. But right now, let's get into some Banger and Koki with a track of theirs called Night. It's a deep and dirty one. I really dig this track. The film clip's really good too. But we'll leave you in this while I go off and find Ike and Tina Turner. think we all got the idea on that one, right? I love the tune. It reminds me of a time, man. It was a time me and a friend doing graveyard shifts on Triple R FM, which is a community radio station down here in Brunswick. Man, we were so deep into this stuff. It was 2 till 6 a.m. and it was just a beer and joint fueled right into dubstep and drum and bass and all sorts of wacky shit. But I'm glad I've got the mementos to remember that by. Alright, so next up we dialed a bit of Ike and Tina Turner. It's the Law. It's raw, live and funky. Live, raw and funky even. Not sure when the live recording was from. Exactly, it doesn't really say here. But we're going to go with Marlo suggested Proud Mary, which is a great choice because I think Tina Turner doing Proud Mary is pretty freaking iconic. And it's good stuff and I want to hear from it. So we will do that. But first we're going to hit the old wheels of fortune over here and find out what track we're going to have after Ike and Tina Turner. Let's roll this bad boy up and find out. We've got... Hey, Miles Davis, Do Bop, way. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting one. This one, gotta say, maybe not my favourite Miles album, but it was definitely a thing. So Miles Davis, Do Bop is what's going to be coming up next. But first, we'll leave you in Tina.
One more again. Steady rolling, rolling, rolling. Rolling on the river. Listen, I left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. But I never lost 1 minute of sleep, and I was worried about the way that things might have been. Big wheels keep on turning.
Valentina and I jamming. Imagine seeing that, man. That would have been great. What a party. Hey, you're on Discogs Roulette, Sideways Soul. You're in the Yacht Rock Discord and on Radio PBS. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back right after this.
Second Chance Animal Rescue rehabilitate and rehome abandoned pets. Marissa and her team travel to pounds and shelters across Victoria and give dogs and cats due to be put to sleep a second chance at finding their forever homes. They are building a community animal hospital so no sick or injured pet is ever turned away because their owners can't afford the bills. To do this, they need your support. Volunteer, foster, or donate. Head to secondchanceanimalrescue.com.au to find out more.
I've always been an eagle, been a while since I have flown.
For 3 hours of the best in real country, western swing, honky-tonk rock and alternative country that pushes the boundaries of rock, jazz and the blues, join me every Sunday from 12 noon till 3 p.m. for That's Country, featuring a wide mix of music, live country music gig guide, album of the week, interviews, profiles and country music birthdays. All this and more on That's Country, 12 noon till 3 p.m.
That's country, baby, that's my style.
This is a fight. We need a hard riff and a backbeat. Hey, don't you dare lose the smooth.
Radio PBS
Is right where you are. Here on Radio PBS, it's Sideways Soul. We're doing a little Discogs Roulette, and we're in the Yacht Rock Discord as we always are. And we've got a little bit of Miles Davis coming up next. Miles Davis that doesn't sound anything like what's going on in the background here. But this is his 1992 release, Doo-Bop, that he got a few hip-hop dudes kind of involved in. I guess, like Herbie Hancock went down that rocket sort of, the 80s sort of hip-hop thing. This is early 90s, 92, that Miles put this out. Now, I'm not sure what year he died. I don't know if this was maybe his last release or close to, maybe. But it's definitely a strange one. There's some moments that aren't too great. Some early 90s hip-hop isn't that great. But I do like the first track on this release. It's a good one. The track's called Mystery. That's what we're going to hit up. It's a bit more of a trip-hop thing to me. It's got more of the Massive Attack kind of vibe to it, which is pretty cool, and I can dig that. So that's what's coming up next, a bit of Miles Davis. But as we do, we need to find out what track we're going to be playing next. So let's head over to our Discogs page with the random item button. And what's it going to be? Be something good. Oh, yeah, all right. Tom York, his solo album, The Eraser, 2006. So was that before In Rainbows? Or was that just after In Rainbows? I can't remember the order of things. But it's a good record. And this was one I found, a double LP with the embossed cover at the record store for like $10. It's like, you serious? How come that's a thing? It was very cool. So yeah, we've got that, Tom York, The Eraser. Black Swan is a great track. It's also got a track on here called Atoms for Peace, which is the name that he gave an outfit that he did later on that included Nigel Godrich as the producer and Flea on bass. And I can't remember who else, but that's a great Tom York side project as well, Atoms for Peace. But Tom York, The Eraser, is what's coming up right after Miles Davis gets done with his spooky kind of trip-hop business. Stick around, we've still got half an hour before Frank McHugh's in the building for some more Lucky Dips on the Discogs Roulette. Bit of late era Miles Davis there. Track Mystery from the album Do Bop. And yeah, a lot of the rest of the tracks get pretty kind of like hardcore hip hop sort of thing, but it's pretty cool. I can dig it. We've got Tom York solo coming up next with his album Eraser. The Eraser. I'm going to go with the song Black Swan because it's a pretty cool track. I dig it. And so yeah, it's a Tom York solo project, but I think Nigel Godrich, the producer for Radiohead, has a lot to contribute to this record, and to a lot of Tom York solo stuff, including that Atoms for Peace album. And just recently, The Smile, they put an outfit together with Johnny Greenwood, Tom York, Nigel Godrich, and the drummer from, I want to say The Comet Is Coming, but it's not. It's the drummer from one of the other Shabaka outfits. It's left me. I can't remember what they're called. This is a total aside. Anyway, Tom York solo stuff is pretty cool in general. Okay, with that CSA out of the way, we're going to hit up the next track. So we've probably got time for, I don't know, maybe 2 more. We'll see how we go. All right, random item button has been pressed, and we've got another little drum and bass kind of ditty, but you know, I said we'll relegate the drum and bass dubstep section to just one track. So let's try that again, do a re-roll and see what we've got coming up here. It's a little bit of Tony Allen, all right, a little bit of Afrobeat. So yeah, a sort of later compilation of his stuff, his solo stuff. Tony Allen, of course, the drummer for Fela Kuti. We'll get back into him a little bit later on. But in the meantime, we've got a little bit of this Tom York business. Black Swan's the name of the track.
Yourself
Tom York from the album The Eraser, released in 2006. That was Black Swan. Very good track. I like that one a lot. And so we've got Tony Allen coming up next. Now, bad news, couldn't find the particular Tony Allen compilation that popped up, but I do have this one. This is an album he did, and this is a full album, not a compilation. He did... When? Matt? I have no idea. 2002. He put this one out. Bit of a collaborative sort of thing. The first track, and the track we're going to hear, it features Damon Albarn as well on the vocals. And then after this album, they went on to do a project together along with Flea, I'm pretty sure, called Rocket Juice and the Moon, which is a pretty quirky affair. But Tony Allen is just a prolific man, was a prolific man. He passed a couple of years ago. But his sound, his drumming is like nothing else. Like there's no other drummer, I don't think, in the world that sounds like Tony Allen. And although Fela Kuti is definitely, the godfather of Afrobeat as we know it, Tony Allen, I think, just set the sound for that. Like I don't know. I saw him live. He was out here years ago and saw him live, and like his playing is absolutely effortless. But I don't know. I can't describe it. His drumming is just something else. And yeah, a lot of people have cottoned onto that. And so he did a lot of collaborations later in his life. And so the track we're going to hear from this album from Tony Allen called Home Cooking is Every Season. It features Damon Albarn on some vocals. Hang on, but first, all right, we're going to dial up one more and we'll see how we go for time. I'm not sure how we're going to go, but if we have to cut it off, we have to cut it off because Frank McHugh is going to be along soon. And we've got a little bit of the Jai Savant. Jai, that's the thing that that's the thing that Harford Yacht Goat Dave was talking about, right? It's kind of weird ass sport that you throw balls at each other's head or something. Never heard of it before, but all right, we've got this album. Flight of the Bass Delegate is the name of it. It's kind of, it's a sort of weird electronic dub, deep, dirty, bass-driven album. So maybe that's what we're going to go out with. I can't remember the track. I can't remember the good track on here. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But we'll get back to things. We've got Tony Allen coming up with Every Season featuring Damon Albarn. It's a great one. And just check the drumming, man. Check the subtlety and the accents that he sort of uses. It's amazing. If he was sitting back any further, he'd be horizontal, you know what I mean?
Riding on guitar strings, hoping on a rainbow, wishing for my ego. Target practice, ching, my free fall, landing over people, every limb is lethal. Super radar, double glazed razor, speak yes I may sir, we reflect data. Every season, part of me is leaving. I don't know the reason. Memories are freezing, chilly like the evening. Tasty if you need them, sweeter than your freedom. If you like my words, then heed them. Fate helps me carry on. Blood runs my marathon. Veins made of parables and paragons I travel on. I ought to last to quarter past. Free as the ship sails at quarter mast. I'm sorta lost, but first to ask. My starships are searching for my autograph.
All my weapons, let my barricade down, 'cause I know I don't want it.
Tony Allen, Damon Albarn there. Every season from Tony Allen's solo record, Home Cookin', which is a great record. Go and check it out. Check out Tony Allen. He's amazing. Check out Fela Kuti. He's amazing too. All right, so I reckon we've probably got time. We're going to do one more. It's a short one that we're going to do from this Jai Savant flight. Sorry, I'll get back to the Discord. I haven't read anything in there. I've been running around like a dick, but yeah, what a strange concept it sounds like to me. Never seen it before in my life. But hey, we'll do this one more and then we'll go out with our mate Mono Neon. I think we've got time for him. So check out Jai Savant. I know nothing about these guys. Flight of the Bass Delegate. I think it's out on City Slang, which is a V2 thing on Co-op. So let's check this out. I think it's a bit of sort of electronic dub, dark, kind of dirty sort of business. So I'll leave you in this. Back after it to Sunsed It Out. That deep, dark dubbiness. We'll send it out. Thanks for sticking around, peeps. Thanks for joining in on the Discord, all the fun and games that we get up to here. It's very fun. We'll go out with Mono Neon and we'll catch you next week.
I'm perfect with the twists of shame. No one to blame. Playing so many games. Wishing it was all fake. But I was put on earth for you, to give you flows in a world full of time.